welcome to another movie reviews video. As always, the timestamps will be in the description box below. If there's one specific movie that you want to hear about and you don't want to hear about the other ones. I saw 3 movies this week just because of being busy and things happening and Movie Pass changing again. The first movie I saw was Blindspotting. I really enjoyed this movie. It's hard to say. It's one of those where it's like I enjoyed it, but it was a tough watch. It was definitely a real thinker. The main character has just reached the end of his probation, so we see him on the last 3 days of his probation period, and you know, he's trying to get his life back together and he's trying to live a good life and be a good person and a good man and a good family man as well. His family and his friends are really important to him, but he still lives in the area of Oakland where he used to live. One of the things it does really well is it shows the issues around gentrification and the gentrification of Oakland specifically, and they actually mention gentrification and things like that in the film as well. Some of the scenes are just really heartbreaking, how much of a good person he's trying to be and how difficult it is for him. It also really brings to the forefront the fact that cops and society, and you know, whenever cops are called, if there is a black person there, they will be treated differently to somebody of a different ethnicity there, and the sort of issues that he has with that. At the same time, with it being a difficult movie, even a difficult movie to talk about, I'm still thinking about it now. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. It's very sort of beautiful to watch on the screen. I like the different shots that they do. You have a lot of like up close shots, and then some sort of different slowed down shots, and then shots where you're sort of walking with the characters as well. And yeah, it's a difficult watch, but a really good watch. But make sure you've seen the trailer before going into it so you know exactly what you're getting yourself in for. Then on Monday I saw another completely different film. I saw McQueen, which is a documentary about Alexander McQueen. It's got various shots from his different shows in there. It's told chronologically. It's got some video that he took himself, and I think it's been really well put together. I found out a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I don't necessarily, I'm not a big Alexander McQueen fan. It's not like a thing, but I do love a documentary, and I'm obviously aware of him and aware of some of his life story, but watching this was really interesting to see the excuse me, the rest of it. And yeah, if you are a documentary fan, or you are a fashion fan, or kind of if you enjoy reading memoirs, then I think that you would definitely enjoy this one. Again, obviously we know it doesn't have a happy ending, so again, make sure you know what you're getting yourself in for. And then I, on Friday, saw the Happytime Murders, which involves Muppets, and it is actually a Jim Henson production. Like, I didn't realise it was a Henson production. Apparently the company is called Henson Alternatives. I didn't realise that until the opening credits began, and I didn't realise it was actually linked to the Muppets. But this one obviously stars Melissa McCarthy. We've got quite a few other famous faces in there as well, including the actor who plays Stanley in The Office, which is exciting as an Office fan. But yeah, again, know what you're getting yourself in for. They've done some marketing where they try to make it clear that this is not a family-friendly Muppet film. It's a detective film. If you have seen the Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock film, Hot something, it'll come to me. It's quite similar to that in that they, you know, are detectives. It's Melissa McCarthy's character and a puppet, and you know, there's been bad blood between them, and he's now a private investigator. He's not doing so well for himself. She's still a cop, but she's not doing so well for herself, and then all these people start killing these puppets. There are some like horrific, I want to say, death scenes, murder scenes, but obviously it's stuffing, it's not blood and guts and stuff, but it's still quite violent. There's some real funny moments in there, and I really enjoyed it. I think if you like the kind of comedy that Melissa McCarthy does, then you're gonna like this film, definitely. And yeah, if you like a kind of off the cuff, kind of dark comedy, detective-y type film, then you would probably like this one as well. But yes, it is not a family film. It is not your usual Jim Henson Muppet adventure. So yeah, those are the 3 films I saw in the movie theatres this week. Coming up on my channel this week, I have a book haul for you, as well as a readathon vlog. And then next week I will be reviewing the films I've seen in the movie theatres. Spoiler alert, I'm going to like a Marvel marathon, having watched Avengers Infinity War and then not having seen any of the other Marvel films. I'm going to a Marvel marathon. I can only make 3 of the 6 or 7 days that they're doing, but it still means that I'll get to watch like 12 Marvel films back to back. So next week's movie review is basically just going to be that, because I'm not going to go and see other things at the cinema, I don't think, because I'll be spending 3 solid days at the cinema. So yeah, that's what next week's movie review will be. So feel free to give that one a miss if you're not a Marvel fan. But if you want to hear my thoughts on Marvel films, then definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've seen any of these films or want to see any of these films, or that there are any upcoming films that you want me to go and see and share my thoughts on. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you're subscribed so that either my bookish content will land straight in your feed next week, or that next week's movie reviews video will land straight in your subscription feed. And yeah, I will see you with my next video.